Was this a mistake? I'll just wait a few seconds for people to get angry and start shouting in the comments without actually watching the video. And now we're back. Let me explain. When I say was this a mistake, I'm not talking about Starfleet Academy, the show, although I'm sure if we look in the comments, some people will have already said, yes, it's a mistake. I am specifically referring to this image, this poster that was released. Because when we first started hearing about Starfleet Academy and we saw some images and different things from the show, immediately there was this reaction, it's 90210 in space. Now maybe some people like that pitch, but I would say the majority of people that were saying that were not saying it as a good thing. They hated this idea. And then there would have been the group in the middle that were thinking, well, hold on, I get what you're saying, but it can't be that bad. I'm sure it's going to be okay. Let's give it a chance. But then this image dropped, and those that had been saying 90210 in space, well, they absolutely doubled down. But it also changed the perception for some of us that were in the middle trying to give it a chance. Honestly, when I first saw this image, I thought, okay, I don't think this show is going to be for me. But it also had this strange side effect that I can't help but wonder if it was intentional. Because at least for me, and I'm sure many others, it lowered my expectation going in. So when I watched the first 2 episodes, well, actually, I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually very different than the idea I had in my head having seen this image. That being said, now that the 3rd episode is out, it does start to feel like maybe it's veering slightly closer to the idea I had in my mind after seeing that. So now I'm left wondering, was this poster just a clever misdirect? Something designed to lower the expectations of some of us so we'd enjoy the show more when it came out? Maybe just to poke a little bit the fans that had already been complaining that it was 90210 in space? Or as more episodes come out, will we realize that no, this was just a representation of how the show is going to be? I suppose only time will tell. Because right now, I can't tell if this is what the show represents or was just a very clever piece of marketing.